Here's one of my random reflections. Well, maybe it's not so random because I was listening to a message by Joshua Selman and I was totally inspired. And it made me think, what if we could get our thinking right? You know, because I'm a small business owner, right? I sell technology to the government. I've been doing it for like about almost 18 years. And I recently did one transaction, just one. The revenue was like $340,000. Just one transaction, $340,000 to one of the New York City departments to preserve their network so that, you know, they're protected from hackers and the like. As I'm listening to Joshua Selman talk about the woman with the issue of blood, this woman had been bleeding for 12 years, I think it was. 12, 18. Listen, let's not pick split hairs here. You know, bleeding for 1 week or a few days as a woman is just terrible. Can you imagine 12 years? Oh my God, or 18 or however long that was. It's just I can't even, unthinkable. The point is though, she had been bleeding and she said to herself one day, she thought to herself, the scripture said, she thought to herself, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, she's talking about Jesus, then she'll be healed. This woman had come to the end of her rope. She was bleeding forever. She was out of money. She was not irresponsible because she said she spent all her money on the doctor, so she was going for her yearly checkups. You know, maybe she was going several times a year trying to get this thing under control, but it wasn't getting fixed. But then she thought to herself. A lot of the reasons why some of us are poor is because we are not sitting down to think. This lady, she pressed into the crowd and she touched the hem of Jesus' garment. And there were many people pressing against him. But when she pressed, that right there just does something to me. When she pressed, he felt power leave him. Some of us, we have a lot of resources that we have access to, but we are not pressing with the intention or the expectation and with the thinking to get the juice. You know what I'm saying? Because here I am, one sale, $340,000. That's the revenue. The profit is about $22,000. And I've tried to inform so many people about just get certified by the New York City government or by, you know, get NWB certified, start a business, do something. The resources are there in this United States of America. Yeah, even if you live in the slums, the resources are available to you. Are you willing to press? But are you willing to sit to yourself and think? And say, what can I do? How can I do it? Who has the resources? Who do I need to touch? What connections do I need to make? See, a lot of times, you know, our spiritual health, we don't map it over to all the other areas of our life. So we are very religious, but we don't realize that if we are thinking right, my connection with Jesus is supposed to map into my business. It's supposed to map into my family life, map into my relationships with my girlfriends, map into everything, my physical state, map into the way I treat my children, the way I respect my husband. It's supposed to like envelop the whole thing. It's like a holistic approach. I think this is what happens when you touch the hem of his garment. When you start to think for a change. Because I'm telling you, the fact that I can just build some relationships, persevere for the, you know, don't get me wrong, I did have to press. But now to be seeing the fruit of having pressed and having touched and connected, where one sale is $340,000. It's time to think for a change, guys. It's time to expect. Expect change. Expect an impact. Expect the result. Expect it. Because it's available. I'm still pressing for other things in my life. Not things, but more of an experience with God. I'm pressing. God, I want to experience you more on an intimate level. I'm pressing because I'm pressing and I'm touching and I'm saying, God, I want you to feel the power leave you so that I can then pass it on to somebody else. This is one of my random reflections. I hope it helps you. But decide today that your experience with God is going to impact the other areas of your life because you would have touched him, and he will show you that you touched him, that it actually registered with him. Because like I said, we have a lot of resources, we have access to God, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we are really touching him, that our touch registers in eternity, that we really got his attention. This woman got his attention in a crowd, in a multitude. A lot of people around us have access to so much, but we are not, for whatever reason, getting the juice. I gotta go to work now. I'm going back to my desk, but I'm just saying. Decide to touch. Think for a change. Come to yourself. Just like that woman when she said, and she thought to herself. Focus thinking. You know all about the thinking skills, right? Yeah. By the way, you can reach out to me at evespeaks.com. Schedule your consultation and get on this growth journey. Maybe you need a growth plan. I don't know, whatever you need to do to touch, do it, okay? All right. Have a great day.